What's going on, everybody? Cryptics here, and today, man, I gotta say, I'm pretty disappointed. My mood completely changed. I was pretty happy before I heard about this. The sun was out, I was very productive, but, I saw this tweet, and I gotta tell you guys, you're gonna know exactly why I'm so disappointed and why my mood changed by the end of this video. Now, we're going to be talking about Call of Duty Modern Warfare. It's the next iteration in the Call of Duty franchise. I think it's coming out in October or November, just like all the other Call of Duties. And its main selling point, what all of the developers have been talking about, is the fact that it's a grounded, real scenario-based and disturbing campaign. And some of the people that played some of the missions actually said they cried. Now, this is going to apparently give you a lot of emotions in different directions, give you different perspectives. This is what was going to sell Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Now, in the day and age of political correctness, PC culture, some of the people had a problem with some of the disturbing missions in this campaign and some of the scenarios that were painted out and developed for this video game. Now, with that being said, I do want to give you guys my thoughts. I want to give you some reputable source information about this quote-unquote rumor, and I'll give you my take on it. Now, before we even jump into the video, guys, don't forget to drop a like, and if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and that bell next to the subscribe button next to my name. So let's jump into it. So this is, like I said before, from a reputable source at Charlie Intel. Charlie Intel is the person that basically talks about Call of Duty news nonstop. It can be a developer saying one sentence and he will pick that sentence apart. If he sees one frame of gameplay in any of the trailers, he breaks it apart, dissects it, talks about all of the different things, and then when more news comes out, he's still on top of it. So I do trust this guy. I think he's got a tie with some of the devs too, because let's be honest, this is just free advertisement if some person goes out of their way to give news about Call of Duty that isn't the marketing team, right? So he tweets this out, and it says Infinity Ward is still deciding how disturbing they want to make Modern Warfare's campaign, apparently removing some aspects to tone some parts down. Now, on his website, he does talk about a very disturbing line in the campaign, and the developers are looking to actually delete this line of dialogue. And this can go way deeper than what is said here. The developers can easily omit scenes in the campaign that are disturbing, and even though they're probably accurate to real war, they're gonna probably take them out just based off of this precedent that they've set right here. Now, Charlie Intel talks about one aspect of a mission which was very disturbing during the studio visit, and it was when Farah and her brother, I'm assuming you play as Farah, I don't even know if I'm saying that correctly, in one of the missions, and you're navigating the area in stealth, and you overhear Russian soldiers taking out civilians on the ground that are unable to move because of nerve gas. However, at one point, there's a Russian soldier that says to round up the women and children because their boss likes the young ones. Now, with that being said, I do want to give you guys a little bit of a rant here. Now, even though this is 100% disturbing, and even though it makes my stomach turn to basically tell you guys that in the video, to quote this very weird part of the campaign, this shit happens. This is real war. This is stuff that happens in the real world and was going to make me want to pay for this title, because Call of Duty kind of lost its balls after Modern Warfare 3, in my opinion. They just made exosuits and robots and all this stuff just to kind of appeal to the little Timmies and the little Johnnies. The little Timmies never, ever, ever experienced something as disturbing as this in any of the campaigns since Modern Warfare 2 or 3. And even then, I still think this line and this scenario that has been painted could be one of the most disturbing in the entire franchise. So, with that being said, even though this stuff does happen in real life, the media and PC culture have pressured Call of Duty and the developers to take this out. Now, it's from Kotaku, and they're reporting that at an E3 Activision PR, one of the PRs, public relation people, told them that the line is being removed from the game, a change to a scene just a few weeks after we got to see it. So that is kind of annoying. I know this stuff happens, I know it's disturbing, but that's what was going to sell this game for me. This is what was going to make me want to actually buy this game specifically for a grounded campaign, not for Eminem rapping in the background while 3 nukes drop on Washington, D.C. No, I wanted something that actually would make me feel something for once, something that would get me emotionally invested. And even though it's just one line, I know some people are going to say, oh, Cryptics, why are you making a big deal about this? It's because, first of all, this was one of the selling points for this next iteration in the franchise, and second, they're not going to stop there. They might omit 1 or 2 lines from this mission, and then 4 lines from the next mission. Hell, they could even delete and omit certain scenes, certain cinematics within this campaign that could completely change and dictate how I'm going to feel when I'm playing it. If they omit and delete certain things happening that would happen in real life war that the developers wanted in this campaign, then I've lost my emotional tie to it. I'm not going to play it as much, or maybe I will not even purchase it because I don't want to support these type of practices to continue, even though it's a video game, right? Even though, you know, this is Call of Duty, and yes, like I said before, they lost their balls in the past. I really thought they grew them back by releasing this type of title where everything is going to make me experience real war. And now that they've omitted a couple lines here and there, they might delete some of the scenes, some of the things that would make me believe that this is stuff that really does happen. And it does. People do round up little children and women from, you know, gassing them out. This stuff happens in the Middle East. This stuff happens all over the place. Now, I do understand why they're deleting and omitting this. It's because the majority of the Call of Duty fan base are children, and children want mommy and daddy to buy the game. And essentially, if mommy and daddy find out that this line is in the campaign and this is a real war-based campaign and there's stuff in here that is disturbing, then they're not going to buy it for little Timmy or little Johnny. And that's where I'm not going to support the developers and this franchise. They're giving into the media and they're giving into sales. They know they'll sell more copies of this if they delete some of the lines that would make Nancy a little reluctant to buy the game for her child. And that's where it ends, guys. This is basically going to continue with Call of Duty. It's going to continue with a bunch of video games, and to be honest with you, I think the media is still going to dictate how video games are made, and it's kind of annoying, right? Like, at one hand, you want the game to sell, but at the same time, your one selling point was the fact that this was supposedly going to be a grounded, you know, mission, a grounded missions, a set of missions that were going to give you an accurate representation of the shit that goes down in real war. And now that they've done this to a couple of lines in the campaign, I really don't see it stopping here. I really think it's going to completely change the entire campaign. I think the developers just want to sell more copies, especially since that game does release around Christmas time. That's exactly what is going to happen. And it just pisses me off. It completely changed my mood today. And I really wanted this campaign to be legit. I wanted it to be real war. And now that it's kind of not doing that, I can't support it. So I hope you all did enjoy this video, guys. Don't forget to drop a like. It is so greatly appreciated on the channel. If you're new to the channel, hit that sub button and that bell next to the subscribe button next to my name. And hell, if you want to go one step further to support me, share this video with one person or a friend. I think this news needs to get out there, and I kind of need to get 4,000 watch hours. I'm not even halfway there to monetize this channel, but regardless, this is pretty annoying. I really don't know how else to describe it. I'm Cryptics, not omitting lines from this video unless it's when I stutter, and I did that a couple of times in this video, so I'm gonna edit it out, and I'm signing off.